some of us have a very limiting perception about relationships. So I want to talk with you about the perception of the victim and the villain, because this is something that plays out very often in our relationships. And I want to invite you to open up for an even greater perception that there is no villain and that there is no victim. For you then to experience yourself, to experience your relationships in a more expansive, a more profound, a more magical, and a more pleasurable way. So we all know the concept of the victim and the villain. The victim is the poor one who the villain did something to. So you might resonate with that. You either sometimes feel as the victim that someone did something to you, or you are surrounded by someone who actually feels like the victim because you did something to that person. So then you actually become the villain. Sometimes it is actually an internal process that you just are caught up in, that you see yourself as the victim or you see yourself as the villain. And sometimes it plays out in your outside world with people actually, that the people pretend that they are the victim, that they're the poor ones, that you're the bad one who did everything mean to them. Or that you're the victim, that they are the one above you. So it's, on the one hand, it's an internal process, and on the other hand, it also plays out in your outside world. And I want you to crash this perception that there is a victim and that there's a villain. And I want you to open up for the perception, for the concept of divine interconnectedness, divine connection with everybody you are meeting, with everybody you're connecting with everybody you're relating to. And it doesn't matter if these are your clients. You might think you need to help them. You might think you need to fix them. Again, you're putting them in the victim state, which takes away a lot of impact, the massive impact that you're actually here to do. When you're seeing someone as the victim that needs help, the victim that needs to be fixed. And at the same time, it's a reflection back at you, that you might think that there's something that needs to be fixed within you, but you don't dare to open up for it. And with daring to open up for it, I mean like you recognize and you actually think that you are the one that needs to be fixed. At the same time, the victim and the villain game plays out in our relationships, in our partnerships sometimes, with friends, with family members. You did this to me. That really, really hurt. That was really mean. Or, I'm the one who's standing above you, you poor little thing. And this is actually the way we often very unconsciously operate, in that victim and villain identity. So I want you to open up for more, because the victim and the villain is limitation. It is a very, very big limitation in the way you experience yourself and the way you experience your relationships. And I want you to open up to the concept of the divine play. So everybody that you connect with, everybody you relate with, is actually playing out the perfect role they're meant to play in every moment. There will be some trigger. There will be some activation. There will be some pain. There will be some joy. but I want you to open up for the concept of divine meeting. Because everybody that you're meeting is actually playing out the perfect role for you to remember. And in turn, you are playing out the perfect role for them to remember. So then everybody you're actually meeting, everybody you're connecting with, everybody you're relating to is actually divinely orchestrated to meet you, to give you what you need, and you in turn giving them what they need. So there's no longer a power game, it's no longer a struggle, it's no longer a blaming, it's no longer like you did this, you did not do this. It's just like recognizing the divine orchestration of the two of you coming together in the perfect moment to remember more of who you truly are. And that goes beyond blaming, that goes beyond judging, that goes all the way back to you. To stop being with that other person, figuring out what they are doing, what they're doing wrong, what they are doing right, what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. It's about remembering, it's about turning inwards and remembering that the two of you were put there right now for the perfect divine interplay. So both of you can actually remember the truth. And it's very powerful when you're shifting your perception towards that. Because you no longer are in separation. Instead, you're moving into wholeness with the other person. You're moving into wholeness with yourself. You're seeing the whole interplay that is divinely orchestrated as perfection. And it doesn't matter if there is pain or suffering involved, because also that part is just an illusion and you are there to experience it, not to define yourself through it, rather to recognize the truth behind the illusion. And the truth is wholeness, the truth is love, the truth is connectedness, the truth is union, the truth is bliss. And that is what every single situation offers you. No matter how uncomfortable, no matter how much pain you might experience. But I want you to open up, and the moment you open up is the moment you surrender to it. The moment you surrender to you, the moment you remember. And this is the moment you stop being contracted and you start opening up. You start to expand. And you give the other person the invitation to do the same. They might not always recognize that because they might be playing a different game. And that's okay. Letting go of detachment, knowing that everything is perfectly divinely orchestrated for the two of you being together right now, playing out the perfect role. You and them were meant to play out for our highest expansion, for in our highest service. So then you let go, you drop into your body, you let go of your mind, of the stories. You just drop into the present moment, plugged into source, remembering, experiencing, feeling what is, letting it flow through you, not attaching to it, not labeling it, not judging it. Instead, making love with it, moving with it, and experiencing the pleasure and the ease. Every situation, every encounter is gifting you. So again, whenever you notice that you are moving into the victim and the villain thing, just crash it, drop it, and allow yourself to move back into your body, into your heart, and remember that the two of you, or how many people are involved, are playing their perfect role right now. So you drop into your body, You drop into your heart, you open up for ease, you open up for pleasure, you accept what is, know that what is perfection. It is divinely orchestrated for all people involved experiencing the truth. And again, not everybody is there to experience, to remember the truth in that moment. But what matters the most is you recognizing it, you remembering it, and you being open that the other person is actually open as well to remember it, to recognize it. Because in the end, it's just a projection, a creation of yours. So then open up that the other person understands that concept as well, that it goes beyond the victim and the villain, that is actually a divine play, perfectly put together. And you will experience deeper pleasure, you will experience ease, you will experience bliss within yourself and with your relationships in every moment. No matter if it's going up or if it's going down, you're just open to it, knowing that this is actually divine. So let me know your insights in the comment and what it does to you. Let me know the experience of you actually applying that concept into your everyday life.